Hey, good afternoon. Brian Willett here. I just finished up a meeting with a guy who works with a big organization. I'm talking about a huge organization who is very successful, does things well. Now, this guy is a college educated, successful person, about 26 to 30 years of age. And what's interesting about having a conversation with him is one of the challenges, and maybe some of you are facing this right now in your workplace, is just overall employee engagement, engaging the employees in the workplace. And the purpose of today's Facebook Live is not to get into what your responsibility is as an individual in a company to engage yourself in the business. That's another conversation for another day, because you do have some responsibilities that you have to make sure you're engaged in the company, to be committed to the company. But that's not what today's about. This is for those leaders or those managers out there that have these employees that are not engaged. And it really comes down to that. Dale Carnegie and Associates has done some research around employee engagement, and the three top critical factors to employee engagement starts first with their relationship with their immediate manager. Number two is their belief in senior leadership. And then lastly, their belief in the organization as a whole. So those three things: belief in their relationship with their immediate manager, belief in senior leadership, and then belief in the organization. And so all three of those things contribute to whether or not an employee is engaged with the company. Okay, so where are most employers going wrong with employee engagement? So going back to the individual who I just met with, who is well educated, does a lot of personal development, is committed to the organization, but he's now sat down with his supervisors and the company several different times, and they cannot show him a path to growth opportunities. They say, keep doing what you're doing and you will be promoted. And he has been promoted. But the bottom line is they cannot show him a clear path to potential opportunities, to potential growth opportunities, to making more money, in higher level jobs, and ultimately getting him where he wants to go. And so that's where companies are falling short, is they're not sitting down, learning enough about the employees to determine what it is they want to do and how the company can work with the individual and come up with a plan to get them where they want to go. So that's where companies are falling short. So my advice for all companies today is, you really need to take a look at your strategic plan and say, where do we, how can we create a timeline, if you will, for employees to show them what growth opportunities there are? How can we create this timeline? And so after 1 year, you should be here. After 2 years, you should be here. After 3 years, if you've done these two years well, you will be here. This is how much you will make. And that's really what people want to know. They don't want to just work and say, this is the job I do. I'm going to do this forever. I do it well. They want to see, what are the opportunities and how can I get there? Most employees think, well, I'm working hard, I'm doing everything that's asked of me, I'll never get promoted. That's just not going to happen. That's really what this person thinks. And instead, there are opportunities, but they're just not aware of them. And so leaders, this is for you. You have to take the time, sit down with each individual employees and develop that plan. Find out where they want to go and help them, show them how they can get there. And that's just really where employers are falling short right now. And so that's my advice today for, you managers out there, you leaders, you senior leaders. Sit down with your employees, find out where they want to go, and then make sure that the company can help them get there, and then show them that path. show them that very strategic path on, if they do things well, how they can grow within the organization, get the job that they want to get, make the money that they want to make. That's my advice for today. I hope you have a great day. Please share this with others, and we'll talk soon.